Hey guys, so we got the news yesterday about Ring of Honor that they are going to go on hiatus after their pay per view in December, Final Battle. So they released everybody, all the wrestlers from their contracts. Doesn't look too good. So they said that they are looking to, I guess, restructure the company, and they might be coming back in April. But again, they're going to be putting a lot of wrestlers out of work, which sucks. Uh, I've always been a Ring of Honor fan. If you watch some of my past videos, I do a lot of DVD reviews of some of the Ring of Honor shows. Like right here, I just have a stack of Ring of Honor DVDs that I we're just looking through. Uh, for me, I always say like my favorite Ring of Honor was probably that time period is probably like 2013 to 2017. That's when I was really a huge fan of that product, and at that time I really believed that they were like the number one wrestling company. But again, a lot of things happen, and I'm to this day was surprised that Ring of Honor was able to last this long. And it was a company that was always able to adapt and change. And over the years, they had talent that would move on to either WWE or Impact or TNA. They were always able to uh, have a new star in the company. Uh, for example, when in the early days when Samoa Joe left, they had Bryan Danielson. Eventually, Bryan Danielson left. Tyler Black became, which is Seth Rollins now, became the star of the company. They had Austin Aries. They had Kevin Steen, Davey Richards. And then when those guys left, Adam Cole became like the Jay Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers, and they were always able to always come up with these new stars and to stay afloat, and then just recently, I think the problem in the last like couple of years, well, year or 2 years, was definitely AEW. Definitely had an impact on Ring of Honor, and you could say NXT too. You can say like NXT when they the first time they did the whole revamp of NXT a couple of years ago when they wanted to make it kind of like a Ring of Honor show with more of a budget with a WWE budget. They kind of like took a lot of talent from Ring of Honor. Like Tyler Black became Seth Rollins. So many other guys, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. So and then also now, you look at like AEW did the same thing, like stealing the talent. I wouldn't say stealing the talent. I mean, Ring of Honor, if they had a big budget and they were able to pay these guys, the money that they would have gotten with AEW or WWE, I'm pretty sure some of them might have considered staying. But I think the big thing where I always go back to like in with AEW when they started AEW, Ring of Honor lost in like one like a minute. They lost Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Danielson and Kazarian, Adam Page. I think that was it. Yeah, they lost, and that was like they built their whole company around those guys. And then WWE NXT they got Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong. So they really their company really got gutted, and I haven't really been keeping track of Ring of Honor in the last like year or so. I just feel like their roster has been like deflated, but they do have some really good wrestlers. It's unfortunate you think like where are they going to be going now, and WWE now with the way that they're changing their outlook on recruiting wrestlers, especially now like with NXT 2.0, they're not looking. You gotta understand with WWE, they're not looking for a wrestler, like a wrestler. They're looking for a guy that they can market, a guy that has charisma, a character, somebody that they can that's that you can sell toys, that they can market, I guess. They're not looking for example, like Adam Cole. They're not looking for an Adam Cole. They're looking for more for a guy that they can sell toys with, that they can characters. They're looking for characters, and that's why they're changing the whole NXT now. They're looking for guys that they can, they'll start young in there, and they can train them into be a WWE wrestler. And so a lot of those guys in Ring of Honor right now are probably not going to be going to WWE. I don't even think I don't think WWE is going to pick up anybody. I just don't think that's going to happen. WWE, they're looking for younger talent, and I mean, for these guys, I think there's a possibility with AEW and Impact and probably MLW, but I don't think that they are going to. I don't think WWE might not be an option. And AEW, I mean, look at their roster right now. I mean, they have a huge roster, so I don't know. I don't know how much what their budget is, but they have so many guys. And it seems that they're picking up all these guys from WWE that were let go. I mean, I think that the last one was Tony Nese. Now he's in AEW. And then Bobby Fish, the Bobby Fish one is like he's one of my favorites, so I'm happy he's with AEW, and I feel like he's been featured a lot on their shows. He's been featuring more in a short time in AEW than he was in his entire time in NXT. That's just my opinion, but yeah, I mean I have the roster here of thinking where would most of these people go, and Bandito, I mean, you think of AEW, but I mean, the roster, you kind of I honestly hope that most of these guys go to Impact, and I was thinking Impact is the company that just won't die, and I'm just happy that they're still around, and I'm just I mean, hopefully they'll be able to give a chance to a lot of these people. Again, not everybody has to go to AEW or WWE. Try, definitely Impact. It's just a shame, I'm looking at a lot of these wrestlers, and you got the Jay Lethal, and he's, I don't know how old Jay Lethal is, but him going to WWE, I'm not sure that will happen. I mean, he did, had a long history with TNA, he had a run with them, so maybe there's a possibility he could go back to AEW, no, AEW, TNA, or Impact, I should say. But it's, Vincent, Matt Taven, a lot of these guys, Dalton Castle. I just hope they all find a place to work. Definitely the Briscoes. I really think if AEW has to sign only a few wrestlers from Ring of Honor, I hope they really sign the Briscoe brothers, because one of my favorite feuds from Ring of Honor in the last couple of years was Adam Cole versus Jay Briscoe. It felt so real. It felt like that these guys just hated each other, and it just made me believe that this was real. And I was just it would be so cool, and AEW on a Dynamite or something, where the Young Bucks and Adam Cole are beating up I don't know, the Dark Order or something, and they're in the ring dominating. And then the Briscoe brothers come out, and you can see Adam Cole turning to the entrance and seeing them and having that shocked look in his face, oh my god. And they could have some really good matches, especially I mean, AEW seems to be more with the tag team, so hopefully that would be a good addition. So how did I get into Ring of Honor? Basically AJ Styles. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan, and when he left TNA and was probably end of 2014, beginning of 2014, he made his return to Ring of Honor. So that's when I really became a fan. And I think one of the first DVDs I got was this one right here. This was the 12th anniversary show back in February of 2014. So this is 7 years ago. And you can look at here, in the center, you got Adam Cole, you got Kevin Steen, Jay Briscoe, Chris Hero, and AJ Styles. I always loved how they did these DVDs, the thin covers, and the pictures of the pay-per-view. So I mean, that really got me into, I really enjoyed their presentation was kind of different compared to WWE, and even you could say Impact at the time. Their presentation was more I don't know, like I always it felt, I won't say like real, but it was just, it felt like that it was more, they had a more serious tone to it, where it wasn't like cartoonish like WWE. It was you know and it was almost like it had its niche crowd. Like, I mean, I can compare like ECW's fans, but the loyalty, you can compare it even now to like AEW fans that are so loyal to that company. And at one point NXT, that AEW chants and all that. Um, but you just think about like a Ring of Honor in the last couple of years. I mean, they made some changes, in production wise, but it really still felt like that independent like show. And you would think over the years that they would be more, I have to say, like mainstream. What I mean by that is, like, for example, like the toys and stuff, like action figures. I know a couple years ago that they produced a Ring of Honor like action figures, but you can never find them in the store or anything. So like, you look now, like AEW, for example, you go to like a Target or Walmart, if you're lucky, you'll find like AEW figures. So that's kind of like being mainstream, like, and then being on TV, like getting it on a channel that majority of people get. Like, unfortunately, I was never able to watch the Ring of Honor TV show because I never had the, I guess the Sinclair owns it, and I never had like, I guess, the Sinclair channels, so I was never able to watch the Ring of Honor TV shows. I was only able to, like, I would follow through again with the DVDs and through YouTube. So that was like the thing. Like, what Ring of Honor really needed was that that primetime opportunity on a cable channel or something. I remember a couple years ago that they were on Destination America. I think that was Destination, because it was like Impact and then Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, that didn't really lead to anything. And I don't know if were they ever on Axis. I think that might have been New Japan. But unlike Impact, Impact is on Access TV, so they do have that. No, the majority of people don't have that channel, but at least that they're on. It's weird how like Impact seems to survive and Ring of Honor didn't. I don't know if it's maybe the money. Maybe Ring of Honor. The owners of Impact. They might have more money to back it up, I guess. But it's just weird, the Ring of Honor really suffered from the marketing. It was too bad they weren't able to market, their wrestlers more, with merchandising and just breaking that the mainstream. And I guess as a part of like, maybe it was good that they didn't, maybe they kept the Ring of Honor kind of that small, federation or wrestling company for the smart wrestling fans out there, where these type of wrestling fans, they read about the business, they go online and they read about all the rumors, and they respect the wrestlers. They know that these guys, I went to Ring of Honor shows where you couldn't really tell who the heel or the babyface were, because the crowds, the fans were just cheering everybody, just to have that respect for these wrestlers and stuff. And so we don't know, what's happening, with how the company is going to be in the next, if they're going to be coming back, are they going to be able? I'm assuming, since they're letting all these guys go, that because there's a chance if they do a relaunch in April that some of these guys are not going to be available if they get picked up by AEW or Impact or New Japan or whatever. So I think when they do return, I know they're going to restructure. They might not be like having contract wrestlers anymore. They might be just doing like random shows throughout the year, and like and getting independent guys, and doing these shows. And maybe the only people they'll have on contracts are like their champions, the Ring of Honor champion, and doing that. But I really don't think that they're going to be back to the capacity that they were, in the last couple of years. And just looking at some of my DVDs, back, the memories of it, we got, Flying High, and another one with it was basically the return. You know, the first few shows with AJ Styles. You know, I'm not going to go through all these DVDs, all the matches, but you know, Field of Honor. Always enjoyed watching these. Were some really good wrestling. I got majority of these during their they used to have like all these like Christmas sales. This was a cool show. This is actually a funny show. I don't know if you guys can still get these on their website. But this was a fun show. Sometimes Ring of Honor always had that one show during the year that was kind of like the comedy show. I used to always love this concept, Champions versus All Stars. It was kind of like a Survivor Series where basically you had all the champions in a team against like these like All Stars. So you see over here at the time the champions were tag team champions were Red Dragon. The TV champion was Jay Lethal. The world champion was Jay Briscoe. So that was really cool. Winter Warriors. Only got this one because the match was AJ Styles versus Bobby Fish, and I was a huge Bobby Fish fan. Got this one. This is a cool one because this is the title change. This is when Jay Briscoe won back the title. This was unexpected. I don't think people thought that Michael Elgin was going to lose the title. And I think he had some issues or something about, I don't know what happened with him, but it was weird yeah. We had Samoa Joe. This is when he returned to the company briefly. So this was before Samoa Joe went to NXT. He had like a brief run with Ring of Honor. War of the Worlds. Another thing that hurt Ring of Honor was because so many years they had that partnership with New Japan, and then now New Japan's pretty much working with what it seems like they're working with AEW. This is War of the Worlds. I was actually at this event, Best of the World, Belt versus Belt. It was a really good show. This is when Jay Lethal won the title. Aftershock. This one, I got this one because this is the one. Austin Aries did one return to Ring of Honor for one show. I was disappointed. I thought it was going to be more. He was going to be wrestling more with the company, but I think this was just a one shot. We have another anniversary show. Global Wars. And then they had a rematch, Best in the World. So they had a rematch, Jay Briscoe against Jay Lethal. This was not as good as their first match that they did a year ago. Then we have this one, Death Before Dishonor. This is when Adam Cole won back the title. This one I didn't even open, but I'm going to watch this eventually. Also, All-Star Extravaganza. This is the one which I really want to see, and I haven't watched it yet. But it has the Ladder War 6, the Addiction versus Motor City Machine Guns versus the Young Bucks. That. We have Champions versus All Stars, another one. Final Battle. This is the main event here was Don Castle versus Cody for the Ring of Honor Championship. I have another Final Battle. I was actually at this event, and like I said before, I really enjoyed the feud between Adam Cole and Jay Briscoe. Another Final Battle. This was I was actually at this event too. This is actually the last wrestling event I went to, and this is 2016. The main event was Adam Cole against Kyle O'Reilly. I think I always say this is probably the last like downfall of the last like era of Ring of Honor that I really enjoyed, because in 2017 all the wrestlers got picked off by like NXT. We have another Final Battle. The main event here was AJ Styles against Jay Lethal. This was AJ Styles' last show with Ring of Honor. because in the following month he goes to WWE and debuts at the Royal Rumble. Best in the world. This is when Cody won the title. Manhattan Mayhem 6. Why did I get this show? Young Bucks versus Hardys. I think this is when the Hardys made their debut at Ring of Honor. We had the anniversary show again. This is when Christopher Daniels won the Ring of Honor Championship. And the last DVD, I have more, but this is the only stack I got. Super Card of Honor. This is the one that had the ladder match between the Young Bucks and the Hardys. So don't want to make this. Oh my god, this video is 20 minutes long, but we'll see what happens in the wrestling business. Hopefully, a lot of these guys, a lot of these wrestlers get signed somewhere, and that's pretty much it.